EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A gain on the play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. First down and much more here for Jones. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And the Falcon first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
By Shaq Thompson.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the Panthers' 37-yard line.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Tackled by Jeremy.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Ryan going to get this complete to Hurst. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A gain of 9.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 12-yard line.
Oh, man.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Up for the tackle.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds, they'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. 2nd down and goal. Ryan. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. K1 short, pushing through there to make the play defensively.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away.
Witch themed?
Yes. You gotta dress up as a witch.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, look at the Jew.
Who's weak?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So Anthony wants to just play boring witches.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
It's iconic.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Is, but
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was
you don't want to do this, why?
Plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of.
I never watched Harry Potter, so I don't know what Harry Potter's about.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
No.
Give him 6 on the screen.
Well, I got that much.
His parents were killed by Baltimore, you know? And he survived it.
Not Baltimore, Baltimore, right?
Baltimore, yeah. And
I hear a lot of people have been killed in Baltimore.
He survived it, and then he had like this he got this scar from it.
I remember.
And the whole movie, Baltimore's trying to kill him through all 7 movies. So
they've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened
interesting
last week to really hurt their performance.
Interesting.
I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pre-game. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets out.
Oh, come
Most of these guys
man.
are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders
down
fly
to
to
the
the
fucking
football
ground. I hate doing
last
that
week,
shit, though.
and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On Todd Gurley.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Panthers 2.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Todd Gurley.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Brought down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
45-yard
Tackle made by K1 short.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Fourth down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he slings one that's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. Third down here.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
He's brought down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. at the 39-yard line.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Falcons.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
It's a gain of 5.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
22-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
I played in the freezer, so I
They'll
wanted
say
all
no
the way.
gain on the
I
play
forgot
there,
about it
and
and I
that'll be
broke
third down.
Third down.
Here's Ryan to throw. And they'll set up the screen
missed it.
early.
Son of a
And he'll
bitch.
have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
To Todd Gurley.
The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
First down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the handoff, it's Gurley. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
At the 7.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and short now following the fumble. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. Now it's 3rd and goal.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
6-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
Here's a quick throw left. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Could have gone with a ground game there. Opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Get tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now Ryan on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Fucking girl.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They had 2 straight first downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Up for the tackle.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley. And we all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Throwing again, Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Did you know?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
What?
Picked up by Amani Hooker. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy
Unless you're over there, then it's freaking hot.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to look deep for more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned the block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Panthers 5.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And that
I got all these speed guys and nobody back there to return.
So we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return.
I'll get this
and the
offense
offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, Atlanta.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Ryan. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. K1 Short, his 2nd sack of the night. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I really hope he throws it here.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long
be dumb
for
to
Ryan and the
pass
Falcons. Operating from the gun, Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Now Bridgewater going deep for Walker. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Bridgewater getting this complete to McCaffrey. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds.
Oh, my God.
So it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And his kick is indeed good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
The 42-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. The Falcons on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Ryan looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
At the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. To the air again with Bridgewater. Back of the end zone. Should he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Bridgewater again. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by DeMonte Casey.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act. That interception, good way for them to end it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down. Tonight.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second.